The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, or IPCC, is the United Nations body that assesses scientific knowledge on climate change. Created in 1988 by the World Meteorological Organization (WMO) and the United Nations Environment Programme, the IPCC provides government with scientific evidence to guide climate policy and action. To enhance global access to climate data, the IPCC developed the Interactive Atlas, a tool that visualizes climate trends, projections, and impact across regions. At a panel session during COP30, EPA Chief Executive Officer and IPCC Group 1 Vice Chair, Professor Nanama Brancluche said, the Atlas has improved access to vital data for informed climate decisions in Ghana.
The Interactive Atlas has provided motivation for the Ghana Meteorological Agency to come up with a climate atlas for Ghana. Aside that, every Ghanaian can also have access equally as every other person in the world to access data from the Interactive Atlas and use for decision, for science reports, for publication, for anything you want to use it for. Yes, I would say the Interactive Atlas of the IPCC Sit Assessment Report has been very beneficial to Ghanaians because there we have data for assessment. You can zoom into African level, West African level data, and even Ghana to pick information from there on any variable in the climate. So we have rainfall, we have temperature, we have humidity, we have the projections and observations of these variables as well.
Professor Kluchi, however, noted that the lack of localized data remains a major challenge to accurate climate forecasting in the country.
What normally we need to have is to have meteorological stations recording weather observation at very short distances. At least every 2 kilometers, we should have weather observation station. But we don't have that in Ghana. We have very wide distances where we have this observation. So it's a challenge for us, data gap, and it also affects the projection of weather reporting and climate projections in general.
On his part, Director General of the Ghana Meteorological Agency, Dr. Eric Esuma, called for the establishment of more local weather stations to strengthen national climate prediction systems.
It's good to use global data, it's good to use satellite data, but more importantly, you need the ground truth data, in situ data, to validate even the information you are getting from satellite. And so there are places you don't have data, and it makes it difficult for you to be able to predict when it comes to forecasting. Everybody in Ghana would love to have location-specific forecasts, isn't it? So they don't want us to say that it's going to rain in Accra and its environment, but they want you to say that it's going to rain Osu, Adenta, Medina. That's what people want to hear. We need to build more stations. We need more equipment to gather this data. And as I said, automatic weather stations need to have enough to scatter across the country, at least 5 kilometer radius if the resources will permit.
Accuracy in weather prediction in an environment where climate change is the order of the day is what the call has been here at the COP30. Many scientists are calling for accurate prediction to minimize disasters across the world. However, Ghana does not have a lot of the stations, and the call from the Ghana Meteorological Authority as well as the Environmental Protection Authority is to ensure erection of more of these stations for accurate prediction of weather. Reporting from Belém, COP30 in Brazil, my name is Carlos Scaloni for JoyNews.